Hello everyone and welcome back to Starship Theory. Now, the first thing we're going to be doing in this episode is, of course, renaming our latest crew member, who is, let us find you. Hello, Leroy. I had predictably quite a lot of people who were interested in him just being renamed Leroy Jenkins. Unfortunately, Chaotically didn't select any of your comments, but that was a little bit surprising to me considering how many there were of you. There was probably a non-insignificant chance that one of those would have been selected. However, the name that was selected happens to be Zerakis. I actually quite like that name, honestly. You know, for obvious reasons. You know, Aavak, Zerakis is practically the same thing. But there we go, Zerakis. Welcome to the team. Now, in this episode, we are going to be focusing on the weapon systems. And I've already prepared some spaces around the ship for these weapon systems. And ship is exiting warp. Oh, hello. They're not currently hostile. Yeah, no. I'm not too surprised by that, I will confess. Now, in terms of our money, we do not quite have enough, but I can probably make enough. Yeah, sure, we'll sell that. We'll also sell 20 water. That now gives us enough for a new crew member. Oh, this is fantastic. What a way to start today's episode. We have a new crew member who is named Charlotte. Oh, that's lovely. I love the name Charlotte. Right, okay, well, Charlotte, what do we need? How many people have we got doing just general? We've only got 2. Lolash, you need a friend. You need a friend helping you clean this ship, because frankly, it is a mess, and that needs to be rectified. Now, other than that, we are going to be looking at a few little things that we're going to be building straight away. Now, although the mini engines are going to require maintenance fairly frequently, I am going to build them on the outside of the ship where they cannot easily be reached, simply because this is going to give us a little bit of a bump to our evasion, and I think that's going to be important. That no one's going to be able to man these engines. These engines are not going to contribute enormously to our evade, the same way that if an engineer is manning these large engines here, we get a big bump to the evade. But these ones will help. Now, what next are we going to look at? Well, we're going to look at the fact that we have got a whopping great 7 points of weapon system. Now, in terms of what we can build, we could wait one more point to get the rocket launcher. That would be explosive weapons, or we could get the plasma turrets, which are energy weapons. I'm kind of tempted, honestly. Then we've got the rail guns, which are amazing, hard-hitting projectile weapons. It depends on what we want to really specialize into. I'm actually thinking the plasma turret is quite a nice option there, but the rocket pods do have a certain charm. Quite a lot of people have said that these are particularly nice simply because they have a reasonable chance of causing a fire on the enemy ship. Now, I'm not sure about that. It says nothing about it, but it does. Although it's got a high reload time, it doesn't produce much heat at all. How much power does it need? It needs less than the plasma turret. So, okay, we're going to be waiting on that and setting this up. Now, I've already created a couple of spots, but I'm a little bit concerned about how these will be fit into things. Do they need to go on the floor? Do they need to go on the hull? If they go on the hull, that's great. If they go on the floor, not so much anymore. We might have to look into that one. Right now, with engineers running the engines, we're only -2 on evade. That is actually pretty nice. Now, someone specifically in the comments told me that, yeah, evade has nothing to do with asteroid collisions, which, I will be honest, surprised me, because it actually says it does. Right there. Increases chance to avoid asteroid collision. They said that the dev said this, which begs the question, if the dev said it, then why has the dev left that in the tooltips? Silly dev. But there's clearly some confusion about this, so maybe we will have to for science that in this episode. Now, one thing I have been playing around with, one thing I've been flirting with, basically, is the idea of setting up a weapons console. I mean, it would be nice to not be missing our shots, but I've not actually noticed us miss many shots anyway. And one thing I am seeing a lot of is problems with our cargo. So I think some medium cargo crates in there. It's gonna be a short-term solution, but it's going to be a solution. Right, we have got the rocket pod research ready to go. Now, this does take quite a lot of silicon, so we're going to need an asteroid field. Please take us to one. There we go. Let's get to an asteroid field so I can get some more awesome silicon so we can build plenty of weapon systems. Now, a couple of people have suggested a few things that I can do to enhance the ship, like have these long sort of like tails like certain birds. Fern Moore said to try and model it after the greater rocket-tailed drongo. I'm probably mispronouncing that name. It seems like the sort of name I'd mispronounce, but the bird looks amazing. I highly recommend that you look it up. I'm not going to spell it for you. If you can't work out the spelling from the way I pronounce, which is quite likely, go and check the comments on the last video. But I am tempted, but how I'm going to set that up, I don't know, because the sort of pronged tail is going to be awkward. Still, I'm not one to shy away from a challenge, so maybe we will actually fix out some sort of tail, but it might require the removal of these engines, which would be a bit of a potch. We'll have a look into that possibly over the next couple of episodes whilst we're just generally upgrading the hull, because yeah, we're going to be upgrading the hull a fair bit actually. Now what I would like to do is bring this down here, there, something like that, and on the other side something very similar. Then we're going to remove these sections of the hull there and get all of that set up. We're going to try and flex this out a little bit. We don't strictly need the airlocks pointing outside. Sometimes I like that because it looks nice. I think we can all agree that actually does look nice. But it's not always going to be the best thing for us. Now, I really do hope we're going to be able to get a lot of silicon so I can start building these rocket pods. The whole focus of this episode, as I mentioned in the previous one, is going to be on upgrading the combat potential of the ship. And yes, they're gone again. I just don't know what I can do. Except maybe this. Floor marking. There. We are going to have markings next to all of the airlocks. And maybe these will stick. Maybe they won't. I have no control over it. I'm just going to pray. Frankly, that's about all I can do at this point in time. I found since getting a shield, I am much more mindful of rocks near my ship. Much more mindful because it drains my shield so heavily when I crash into them. Or when they crash into me, rather. Bloody rocks. Right, there we go. We actually ended up with enough for one rocket pod, and we also got all of these. So this is door B, this is door D. This shall be door, yeah, sure, this can be A, this can be, we'll have, see that's awkward, the way that I've set this up. We'll have C down here, so B and D were already set, but since A is the letter before B, we'll have C before D. Well, if we're using the English alphabet anyway, it's like, But okay, and down here, just to melt some brains, we can have Z and X. No, I'm not going to melt brains that badly. I'm not that much of a scallywag. You're alright. You're alright. Don't worry. There we go. So, okay, we've named all of our airlocks. I don't hold any expectation that they're going to stay that way, frankly. But next, we want to add in a rocket pod. Only one, though, which makes me very sad, but let's get that penned in there. In terms of power and CPU, we're fine. We've got a lot of space for this. But I would additionally like to, head to another asteroid field and get some more mining lasers built. So let's pop, one there, one there. Yeah, this is gonna, that is definitely a water planet. I don't care what you say, Star, you shouldn't be able to do this, you scallywag. Alright, let's get that mining laser turned back on. Could you, perhaps, right, leaf in, manual control. There we go. Thank you. Now you're released. Seems that if I can take control of them manually, they will actually do what I want them to do, which is grand. There we go. Perfect times. And we turn everything back on. Our 2 water coolers. It's again, quality of life enhancement would simply be having this list so that you could arrange it by what's turned on and what's turned off. That would be super, super useful. I will be suggesting that. How's our food doing? Our food isn't too terribly bad, all things told, but it's not amazing either. I'm a little bit concerned with it. A little bit concerned. We're going to have to keep a close eye on that now that our crew is that much larger. Let's melt everything down. Okay, what have you got for me? You haven't got... Well, I haven't got enough money. I could sell a lot of gold, actually. Sure, we don't actually need that much gold at all. There you go. You may have that. And yes, I could threaten them, but why would I? I've just traded with them. I mean, I know I did that in the beginning, but we were desperate. It was desperate times. Dark times. But now times are brighter. We have tea on board. There's no reason for us to be scallywags. Not even slightly. Sorry, I wasn't trying to mine the ship there. That was an accident. Okay. I couldn't keep looking at these letters, and it started rotting my brain. Okay, we're gonna move things around. Bentham, this is now your personal captain's airlock. All right, that is for you. You may, at your discretion, allow the rest of the crew to use it. So we've got A, B, or rather A, B, Ek. There we go. And yes, I am renaming these to the Welsh alphabet because it was melting my brain staring at the English one. And D and Th. There we go. Unfortunately, this game is not awesome enough to understand that th and ch are single letters, but I forgive it. I'm so magnanimous, but there we go. Properly named airlocks. Ah, this is glorious. And we're not keeping all of these mining lasers either, unfortunately. We are, in fact, going to be removing some of them in preparation for eventual upgrades, which will allow us to make these like little weapons flowers. Now I'm really hoping that the upgrades sit on the outside hull, because if not, I'm gonna have to jiggle this around a little bit. Maybe what I could do is just hollow that out up to there and then place it down on... Yeah, I could probably do that and still have 3 adjacency, but it'll be a little bit more complicated to do that down here. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but for now, more mining, because we need a lot more metal. Ship just exited war. I could bribe it to... The only thing I could do is bribe you to leave. You've shown up. I can't even threaten you. What the dickens? Really? I want to go to another ship. I can't go to another ship till... I'm not going to bribe you. Right, that's it. This is war. Sorry, but you're the one who brought this on yourself. All of my weapon systems aim at the engine. All of them. Fire the everything. There we go. You can't get out, and then I'm going to break the wall, and you're all going to die. This is the way of things. You shouldn't have come here empty-handed the way you did. That was just rude. There we go. Let's just break you up. There we go. And the engineer is gone. The other person is almost gone. And there you go. Now, funnily enough, I'm wondering what happens when there's no one left on the ship. Oh, I blew it up anyway. And there's nothing else. Look, you did this to yourself. I would like a ship, please. We need trades. And if you don't even have any trades, at least give me the courtesy of allowing me to threaten you to leave. Not currently hostile. Let's see what you've got. I could sell some metal. That is exactly the opposite of what I want to do. I could buy a crew member. Maybe, well... Sure, go on then. We'll have 2 new crew members. Alright, who have we got? Douglas. Douglas? No. Douglas, you are going to be doing something else. You're very good with science. So maybe a science officer there, Douglas. Charlotte, you're good at engineering. Have we got anyone who's currently running any science operations who's good at engineering? I don't think we do, actually. Okay. Well, I would like more engineers more than I'd like more science personnel. So, Charlotte, you get bumped up to engineering. Enjoy. Enjoy, Charlotte. I'm sure you will. We are going to continue researching more and more weapons because I would very much like to get to the point where we can upgrade our weapon systems. That's the next big thing for me, I think, is getting the upgraded weapon systems. Now, hopefully, you can put out all of these fires that are going to be all over the ship. Because we are not stopping. There are no brakes on this ship. Literally, I can't stop it. I am noticing a decided and quite terrifying lack of putting out of that fire. Please get on that for me. Just manually controlled that individual to get over there and do that for me. Thank you. Gotta remember to take them back off manual control because they don't seem to do that themselves. So, R to release. There you go. Let's make sure everything is turned back on. Let's see. Yep, you're actually doing pretty good these days. Well done, crew. I'm moderately impressed. Right, well, we need a little bit more metal than we've currently got. I would like a little tinsy bit more. By little bit, I mean a lot more, really. We've got all of this cargo space, and we're not even half full. And that makes me feel a little bit anxious. What if we had an emergency? No, we need a lot more. We need the cargo space to be about 3/4 full at any one time for me to feel reasonably comfortable. And it should generally be a spread of the various things that we can store, rather than not all be one thing. Okay, that's a pointless endeavor. Okay, so now that we've got that, it's time for us to do a little bit more building, and that means new rocket pods right there. Oh, it's going to be grand. Besides that, we could also upgrade these. I mean, want some more lasers around the place, frankly. So let's pop another mining laser or two elsewhere on the ship, just to help out. In fact, we could have more mining lasers there, and then remove these ones, and then replace those with our regular lasers. Those will be our energy weapons. Now, how much further do I need to get to? 15! I need more science stations, frankly. This is becoming a bit of a problem. Maybe I should actually do that. We could. And I could perhaps find a place to put... Yeah, okay. I suppose that's a doable thing. Though, how am I going to reshape the hull to accommodate that is the question. I think I've got a couple of ideas. Okay, well, I'm going to be doing a little bit of finagling and rejigging of the ship, and I will bring you back when I am satisfied and we can start expanding a little bit more. Phew, that was a bit of a hairy ride. We actually had quite a lot of difficulty in that asteroid field. We took a lot of damage, and our shield got completely dissipated. That wasn't the finest hour. No. Let's go ahead and flesh that section out. And as you can see, we are expanding this little area in here significantly. Let's bring all of that back out. We'll also have, a little spot just tucked away there on the side as well. I think that'll be quite nice. We can probably fit quite a few things in there. To be perfectly honest, we could easily fit a few things in there. Right, I need this little bit of hull there set up as well. There we go. We've got internal airlocks now. All good things to see. And we're going to be moving the storage crates down here. In fact, I could have the storage crates kind of tucked in there, for example. It might work. It might be just asking for some sort of crazy fire to start those. So we'll see how that one goes. You're not currently hostile. It's a little bit of a shame in a way. I could buy a crew member if I get money. Sure, we can sell 5 gold. Yes, I accept your new crew member. Oh my lord, our crew is growing so big. Who have we got now? Who be you? You be Michelle. Well, Michelle, let's see. How good are you at things? You're not great at things, so you're not going to be joining us. However, Douglas, you're going to be on the science team from now on. Welcome to the science team, Douglas. You're going to be doing some research, my friend. You're going to be very, very important to the continued development of this vessel's capabilities. We could, actually, looking at the floor plan, we can easily afford to fit something in there as well. Which means that we can move the cargo containers down there without any trouble. We can move our CPU arrays up. Actually, I haven't completely fleshed that part out either. Okay, so first we're going to move the medium crates over, so we'll get one there. We're not even halfway full on what we've got, so this should not be any kind of problem. We'll have another one there. Probably have an array of things, maybe 2 CPU panels on that side. How are we doing for CPU? Yeah, we're not doing amazing, so sure. 2 CPU arrays, bump, 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 bump. And then we'll just get rid of, unfortunately, this little bit of bracing here and here. It's not grand, I know, but it'll do, I think. There we go. Perfect. It gives a little bit of room for our engineers in these areas to do their stuff. There we go. Oh yeah, and maybe later on we'll sort something else out there. I don't know what we might want to put there, but there are options. There are options. Now with that done, in fact, we could fit a bed in there if we really wanted to try. We don't at the moment, but we could. Let's melt these before they melt my shield, which they will do with surprising and quite terrifying efficiency. In fact, asteroids are by far one of the more damaging things in this game. Which does make sense. I mean, you know, how can you really compare a ship's weapon systems to a hulking great piece of rock that's moving at unfathomable speeds? Colliding with a ship that is also moving at unfathomable speeds, because I really don't know how fast we're going. But I'm assuming we're going fast. Very, very fast, considering how many engines we've built. And we never turn them off. Where do we get the fuel? You know what? At this stage, and entirely unintentionally, I assure you, we're actually starting to build out the sort of shape that we're going to need if we want to make this... ooh, actually, I just made that wrong there. If we want to model this after the greater rocket tail. And I'm kind of into that. Yeah, okay. Let's try and shape this out. It's going to be a bit of a long build. And also, it's going to take some of the tail outside of the shield's protective range, which isn't great. Honestly, that's kind of bad, but you know, it's for aesthetics. I'm sure everyone will understand if the ship explodes because of this. They'll understand that I had to. Something like this, I think, would give us the sort of shape we need. It'll only just be outside. Honestly, I would rather have these tail sections much longer. But I think we can make this work. Actually, we'll do this down there as well. Maybe we'll even attach something down there. I'm not sure. We could definitely have quite a lot of weapon systems. In fact, we could just... I wonder how that would look. Let's quickly replace these with full hull sections. I think we've got something. I think we have got something going up. Nope. We need to remove those, I'm afraid. There and there. Yeah, okay. Right, I would like to go to another ship. Oh, there's already a ship. Oh, we've got two ships coming. Oh, that's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a party. I wonder if they'll fight each other. I don't know if there's going to be two ships. That would be fun if it did, though. Right, we want a new research station right about there, please and thank you. And we'll reserve that one for a combat station. We're so close to the upgrade that we want. So very close. Got all of the rocket pods. Let's make sure these are all in the same control group, though. There we go. Make sure all of these are in the same control group. And then attach the chain guns and the rocket pods to my all control group, which is 5 currently. Hello. Crew. Buy one for 498. Now, I'm aware that in the next update, we're going to be able to sell our crew. You'll be able to choose which crew to sell as well, which is, you know, handy. Not that I'm thinking of selling anyone, of course. What I know. You can go now. Thank you. Bye. Right, set another course, another ship. There we go. We want to try out these weapon systems. Ah, there we go. We've finally got it. Amazing. Right. Okay, so since primarily we've got energy weapons... Let's go for this. Bonk. And then, can I place it on the outside? No, it has to go on the inside. Don't worry. Do not panic. We have accounted for this eventuality. This is what we trained for. Disappointment. Right, okay. Let's get those removed. And then we'll just dig these in. And we'll build our weapon systems over there. Honestly, next up then, I want plasma turrets to... since I'm only going to have 3 of them. Hello. I could buy another crew member. How's our food doing? Our food is still going up. Frankly, I'm amazed by that. Okay, sure. I'll buy a crew member. Hello, crew member. Because they are probably your friends, Annette, I'm not going to threaten them. Can't say further than that. You're actually good on combat. And good on science as well. For now, the ship looks really clean. So, Annette, you're actually going to be joining the engineer corps. Enjoy, Annette. We do need more room for our beds, though. That is very much a requirement, I would say. Next up, then, we're going to have to change the awesome shape up there, which is actually quite disappointing. I quite like the shape. of all of that, but we'll live with it, I think. There we go. How am I going to do this, though? Since I've only just built this in there. You know what? Actually, that may work to my benefit. Yes, I think it will. We're going to have to do it carefully because I'm going to have to remove something that is actually being used right now. But, sure, okay, we can do this. We can definitely get this to work. Alright, let's get these in place. There we go. Then we're going to want some floor sections. No, don't go away. Don't go away. No, come back. I want these done as a priority. Please and thank you. Right, we've got that set up, so hopefully we've got a science officer heading to the other research station. Glorious! 2 times the research. I approve. We'll get that one done. Then this one as well, please. Bonk. And once again, really would like those done first. There we go. We should be fine. We've got a lot of people now. A lot of people to run the various engines, though I probably should let you get to repairing that medium engine, shouldn't I? And the reactor. Yeah, those are important tasks. Another thing I would like is if I could prioritize tasks. And again, I mentioned in a previous episode, I would love the ability to say, yeah, if there's ever a reactor that needs repairing, drop whatever else you're doing and go and fix that for me. There we go. Let's get those 2 in position. And bump those up because they won't stop a job they're already doing, from what I understand. They'll finish that work first. There we are. Right, now what I need to do is move this medium crate down like that. And then we'll do the same on that side, and then we'll have a path up. Really? Another tiny little ship? I feel bad. I feel super bad. You know what? I'm just gonna sell you some stuff. I'm actually gonna buy all your water as well. And yeah, I'm not going to be mean to you this time. Look, I know it doesn't matter, but I don't care. It hurts. It hurts enough my soul to keep doing that. I would actually like operations at this point. I would like a combat position, please. There we go. Everything is going reasonably well, I must say. Oh no, your engine blew up. It wasn't me. No one can say it was me because it wasn't. There, we'll have these little areas up here, and then we'll have the controls there. I might even just put rocket pods down here and have 3 rocket pods controlled by a rocket penetration or an explosive penetration upgrade. Mind you, projectile as well. You could go with railguns and just have rockets dotted around the ship for just, you know, a little bit of extra explodey. Everyone likes extra explodey. Well, seems that the shield will expand to include however much of the ship it needs to include. That is fantastic. I didn't notice that earlier, but I'm very glad I've noticed it now because that has given me an idea for this. I'm not a big fan... well, that is a lie. I was going to say I'm not a big fan of having things that just look pretty and don't do anything. That is a massive lie, and anyone who's watched my channel for even a small amount of time will know that I'm fibbing when I say that. But I am a fairly big fan of things that are pretty and have a function. That's the best possible outcome, in my opinion. So we're going to stick a little engine down there, and it's going to be great. It does make this limb look a little bit chubby, though. So, ooh, I can't. Should I for science something quickly? You know what? I've been meaning for science this for a while. Will that piece of hull stay attached to my ship if I remove it? If I remove the part connecting to it? Because if that is true, then I could build fighter ships on the outside of my ship. Oh, that would be glorious. We've seen ships that actually have multiple individual components that are completely divorced from each other. I would quite like that myself as well. Thank you. But there may be some sort of logic in place that will prevent me building that kind of thing. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully not. But I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if that in fact were the case. Let's see if they can do it though. Come on, guys. Don't disappoint me. Make this awesome. Are you going to be able to do that last bit? Don't know. We're going to see. Oh, someone's going down there. Someone's going down there. They're going to disconnect it. Is that going to cause the other part to just float away? Hopefully not. No! Fighter ships, here we come. Well, maybe in the next episode, certainly, but not in this one, I don't think. We're already working quite hard on the main ship in this one. But look at all this empty space. We could have little dedicated fighter craft with just lots of weapons. They wouldn't have to worry about life support. Well, maybe they should worry about life support a little bit. Don't tell the fighters I said that, okay? It's bad for morale. But I think that's going to be bloody glorious, if you ask me. Bloody glorious. Right, let's pop this in. We'll remove it all the way up to there, I think, and just have little wingy bits there. Wingy bits, oh my lord. Right, mini engines. Let's pop you in there, right in the tail. There we go. Glorious. Well, we'll grab. No, we won't grab that little bit of water. Damn it. Operations already up to 4. My goodness. That's actually what we need for a weapons console. Well played. Well played indeed. We are getting a lot of stuff now. Mining extender. Oh, how many of these I would build. Yeah. Mining extenders. Yeah, okay, we're swapping to utility for now. But before we do, we want a weapons console. There we go. Oh, the ship is really starting to come together now. Ship is on an intercept course. How many general have we got? It's still a little bit dirty around the ship, so I think we are at the point now where we need that many people working on things. So yeah. Right, so these are all set up the correct way. I would like an extra mining laser or 2 though. And there's a part of me that would like the mining lasers a little bit more forward facing, so sure, let's go ahead and add 2, not a mining extender, mining lasers there and there. That'll give us all that we need for gloriousness. They are not currently hostile. I could sell you some silicon. Sure, okay, I'll sell you a little bit of silicon. Make a bit of money. I'm tempted to see how they'd respond to a threat. I'm going to let my engineers finish their jobs down there, and then I'm going to threaten them. And we'll see how that goes. I may need to get someone working on the weapons console before I do that, though. There we go. And we'll just let you finish that job. And pop, come on. There we go, perfect. All right, let's get these jobs done. As soon as we've got that console set up... Oh, Bentham's off. Let's see... Probably don't need the second person working there. Actually, Annette, you're good with combat. Welcome to the military, Annette. Go forth, do military things. We've also got some more mining lasers. Okay, it's time to threaten, I think. They've got mining extenders. That's what those are. Threaten. Oh. They were like, yeah, no, we don't want any of that. Bye. Okay, I suppose. A little bit disappointed? Yes. But kind of proud at the same time? Also, yes. So, yeah, it's not the worst situation we've ever had. But I do want to fight. I do want to test this ship. So, okay, let's go and find another ship signature. Though with this many new weapon systems, and I haven't recently enhanced our heat venting capabilities, I am feeling a little bit nervous about that. So, let's just drop down a couple more heat vents around the ship. Make sure that we're not going to, cook ourselves. Well, generally a good idea in my opinion. In fact, we'll have some more heat vents there and there as well. All of the heat vents. Want to make sure that our weapons can just fire hot for a long time without worrying. They're not currently hostile. They probably will be soon. Ooh. Alright. Scallywags. Scallywags. Oh well, fine. We're going to just straight up attack you then. Have we got everything set up? All the heat vents are online? Yeah, more or less. Just one more to do, but other than that, we're good. Are you going to pop inside then? Yes, you are. Fantastic. It is time for us to attack. Now, we've got a +3 on accuracy, -9 on evasion, but that isn't so bad considering the enormousness of our ship. So, yeah, time for us to have a little bit of a fight. Let's just check all the weapons. That's 1, that's 2 is my mining, 3 machine guns, 4 my rockets, 5 everything. What we're going to go for first? I'd say everyone wants me to go for the reactor first. Problem is the reactor is really super tanky, but sure, we'll throw everything at it and just see how long it takes us to take that completely offline. Oh, it seems that now we've got all of this extra firepower, especially these getting the extra penetration. Sure, okay, we can overwhelm the reactor pretty quickly. And the reactor is properly offline. It's also on fire, which is grand. There we go. Let's go for the engines. Make sure you can't flee, but you probably still can, considering, I don't strictly need my engines in order to fly. for some reason. Don't know why. Don't ask me. I just don't understand it. Space is complicated. But let's take care of that as well. Oh, the amount of damage we're doing to the ship is glorious. We are absolutely tearing the ship apart. I feel a little bit bad, though. There's a tiny part of me that feels like I'm being a scallywag. And it's because I am, let's be honest with ourselves. Let's take this one down as well. And then once that's done, I'm just going to open the inside of your ship to the cold, harsh vacuum of space. Should be glorious. I need a little bit of repairs going on. There we go. Make sure all the doors are broken down. Just don't allow them to be able to escape anyway. Just break all of the doors in sequence. There we go. This door next. Star detected ahead. Oh, it's going to be a bad day for you guys. Super bad times. Everyone is suffocating. And you're like, why? But I was just a trader. We were a mining vessel. Do you not see our mining expanders? You're killing civilian ships. Yeah, we are. And that's why I feel bad. And they got away, though. Not that they're going to survive. Realistically, we just doomed them to a very slow and asphyxiatingly death. And I don't feel like a good guy for that. I think we're the baddies. At this point, I'm fairly certain our uniform has skulls on it. Man, we need that mining extender so badly. So badly. Also, our shields again just trounced. Probably time to consider adding some either extra shields so that we've got more of a shield capacity in general, and or more boosters so that we can recharge it when inevitably asteroid fields happen to it. Mining lasers are doing a fair job of clearing the road ahead of us, but yeah, I really do feel that with a ship this large, having more shields is going to be quite important. Let's try and break that down. There we go. Marvelous. There we are. I wasn't too impressed with the rocket pods, though. I'm going to be honest with you. Not a huge fan of those. They seem a little bit lackluster from what I saw. That being said, though, we've got room for 3 more of something. I wouldn't mind getting plasma and replacing all of our basic lasers with it. And maybe rail guns down here. And maybe even somewhere around the back we could pop in some sort of explosive version as well. That might be quite nice. One other thing I could do, though, is... well, we're going to have to remove some things, but I think it'll probably be worth doing. Yeah, let's remove these. We're going to have an extra thruster down there as well, just because we can. And I'm a big fan of not having this massive deficit on our ability to evade. Right, hull bracing. We can pop a hull brace here and here. That should be fine. We can also... yeah, it's time for us to add a little bit more in terms of shield cells. Right, so how much will these shield cells cost me? We got enough power by a lot. Let's start off with shield boosters, though. I would actually like 2 more shield boosters. Where I'm going to put extra shields? No clue. That's going to be a tricky one to find a place for, honestly. Maybe I could remove some stuff down here and make a little bit of room. Or alternatively, I could change the shape up there. I'm probably going to have to change the shape at the top of the vessel, honestly, for that kind of thing. There we go. And pop these down there. And finally, mini engines. Glorious. How are we going to reason this part? Like, this whole tail must be sloping upwards or sloping downwards to have 2 engines there. Because they have to be on different planes. That's the only thing that makes sense. But we have got enough of everything to be able to set all this up. We should be fine in terms of the CPU and power consumption. Overall, the ship is doing pretty good. With 32 heat dissipation per second, we're actually doing fairly well for ourselves. And once we've got all of these running as well, we are going to be able to recharge our shield so quickly. It's going to be glorious. Though that being said, it's not actually recharging any faster. Interesting. Might have to have a look into that one. But there should be a ship showing up in just a moment that we can play with. There we go. What kind of ship are you? Not currently hostile. Do I have enough money? Not quite. Can I sell something for enough money? Yes. Very well. You get a buy for now. Since we've got a crew member, I'm not going to immediately attack you. Phyllis has joined the crew. We've got such a massive crew. Right, okay, this is a pretty big crew expansion episode. Ooh, another person very good with science. Is there someone currently working on science who is not as good at science? Actually, no. No, there is not. So, Phyllis, despite your sciencey background, I'm afraid you're going to join the janitorial squad, or are you going to join the engineering corps? You're going to join the engineers. We've got a lot of stuff constantly needing fixing around this ship right now. So if you could get onto that, that would be grand. Finally, have we got any shield cells we can place down? We must have a spot for shield cells. We probably do, actually. Yeah. Okay, shield cells, in they go. We need more shielding. All the shielding, all the time. This is just going to be heavily armored. I've decided we're not going to have many components down here. We just want shielding for, well, not shielding, but armor for our components. That should make sense. It seems that the armor gets depleted before you deplete your structure. We've got structure, so effectively right now we're hull tanking. But in time, perhaps we'll be able to set things up so that we've even when the shield goes down, things will have to wear through our armor before they can really do any proper damage to us. No, you are now manual control. Go put that out. Thank you. You are now released from manual control. Enjoy. Let's get everything turned on. Mini engines all over the place turning off. Oh, so many things to turn off. There we go. I have possibly an unfair amount of faith in my engineers. Do they really deserve the amount of faith that I'm giving them in keeping these fires off? I don't know, but we'll set that up as is. Now, is anyone going to go and actually build these shields? Looks like they are. Maybe? No? Can you? No, why not? What do we lack? Oh, we lack silicon. Well, scallywags. Okay, that's something for the next episode, along with our little fighter craft that are just going to be bristling with weapons. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode, though, and will be joining me for the next. As ever, do remember that if you would like to name any of the characters that we have brought aboard the ship in this episode, leave me a comment down below. But until next time, and as always, do take care.